Okay, so I would just like to start off with a statistic. And CNN poll shows that overall 70% now say that they back stricter gun laws, up from 52% who said so in October poll not long after the mass shooting in Las Vegas, which killed 58 people. Just 27% of citizens oppose stricter laws, and support for stronger gun control laws has not been as high in CNN polling since December of 1993, a survey that was conducted just after the Brady Bill was signed into law. So my opponent said that handguns are the weapons of choice in mass shootings. I would like to refute this by saying that there are actually, on this one specific source, a list of 13 specific mass shootings that featured assault weapons during the last 35 years, ranging from 1984 until the most current ones occurring on October 31st of 2015 with Noah Jacob Hartman in Colorado Springs, Colorado, December 2nd of 2015 in San Bernardino, California, June 12th, 2016 in the Orlando nightclub, as I previously mentioned, as well as on October 1st of 2017, which was committed by Stephen Paddock at the Las Vegas Music Festival. And the final two that are listed would be on November 5th of 2017 in Sutherland Springs, Texas, and the last one would be the most recent shooting in Parkland, Florida. My opponent also said that the ban will not deter crime. So I would just like to also refute that with the evidence that says, this was found by the Los Angeles Times, that says research has found that the use of assault weapons in crime declined materially in communities that kept records of guns recovered by police during crime investigations, a decent proxy for the nature of weaponry used in crimes. The decline in recovered assault weapons after the federal ban in 1994 compared to the pre-ban period ranged from 17% in Milwaukee to 72% in Boston. Along with the other statistic that says that a pair of researchers from Texas State University and the State University of New York in Oswego found that from 2000 to 2014, the U.S. had more mass shootings than 10 other developed nations combined, a list that included France. Even when adjusted for population, the U.S. still was also higher than France. My opposition said that gun ownership also deters crime. And I would like to present the evidence that says numerous studies have found that gun ownership correlates with gun homicide, and homicide by gun is the most common type of homicide in the United States. In 2013, for example, there were 16,121 total homicides in the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, and 11,000 of those were carried out with a firearm. There were also 21,000 reported suicides by firearm, about half the suicides that year. Along with that, I would also like to say that if we have guns, then why are the crime rates still so high? They also said that the previous ban didn't work well, and I would just like to reemphasize the evidence stating that the recovery of assault weapons with large capacity magazines, the feature that best defines those weapons, has risen by almost 50% in Baltimore, where the prevalence was estimated at only 11.1% of gunfire crimes in the first years after the ban. They also say that there were many more crimes related to car violence, and I would just like to state that car violence would be completely unrelated to gun violence based on the fact that guns are used to inflict the most damage possible, and they don't have a valid everyday use in life. Thank you.